Hello everyone, in this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Shahbaz Gill to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Shahbaz Gill's words. First, from Balochistan's Sorab district. Yes, terrorists have taken control of the district headquarters, Sorab city. This happened several hours ago and a deadly battle is ongoing there. The fighting is so intense that terrorists have taken over banks and all government buildings, including the police station. In the midst of this conflict, the additional deputy commissioner of the area, Hidayatullah Baledi, has been martyred. Reports of more casualties and martyrdoms are coming in. We have a lot of footage, but we cannot show it to you due to the disturbing nature of the scenes. However, we will show you some pictures so you can understand what's happening, as this is a developing story. Operations are ongoing there and of course Pakistani security forces are now engaged. Let's see how this situation unfolds. To understand Sorab's strategic location, it lies between Kalat and Quetta. It is situated right on the N25, the main highway connecting Karachi and Quetta, making it a very critical point. Multiple highways pass through Sorab, so taking control of this point means cutting off all traffic between Quetta and Karachi. As per the latest reports, not only do the terrorists have control over Sorab city, but they've also set up blockades on the highways. As I said, this is the main route between Quetta and Karachi. It is a very dangerous situation. Sorab is a small city with a population of about 500 people. Balochistan generally has low population density. Among the top 20 to 25 cities in Balochistan, Sorab would be included. It's an important location. As you know, the BLA and other terrorist groups are active there. This is a continuation of those activities. Meanwhile, what our government is doing is in front of you. Our current Interior Minister had stated just weeks or months ago after a previous terrorist attack, not talking about the Jaffa Express incident, which involved 440 passengers and was taken over by terrorists. He said the issue in Balochistan wasn't a major one. That train incident reportedly led to over 100 deaths during the operation to free it. Though we haven't released footage, the BLA had planned it and later released video of the attack. That's a terrorist organization, as everyone knows. They obviously made the footage to spread fear and show their impact. It was a well-planned, well-orchestrated attack. Unfortunately, we couldn't present this incident properly before the international community. When the Pahalgam incident happened on April 22nd and India accused Pakistan globally, our government completely failed. First, to control terrorism, and second, to defend Pakistan's case internationally. We've also kept telling you how The Guardian reported that India entered Pakistan and killed over 24 Pakistanis. But even that, we couldn't present effectively on the global stage. Anyway, back to today's developing story in Sorab. We don't yet know how many more casualties or martyrdoms may occur. The National Bank branch has been looted, the police station set on fire, and all government buildings, including the Deputy Commissioner's residence, have been attacked. Hidayatullah Baledi, the additional Deputy Commissioner, has been martyred. Just weeks ago, our Interior Minister made a statement downplaying Balochistan's situation, calling it a small matter. Unfortunately, he wasn't alone. The current Chief Minister of Balochistan, Shahbaz Gill, stood with him. He should have corrected that statement as the situation is far more serious, but ever since immature people have been placed in charge, we get these kinds of irresponsible statements. Even our Defence Minister admitted on Sky News that we have been harbouring and facilitating terrorists for 30 years. India took full advantage of that statement. It's obvious how much harm that caused us. The Interior Minister's comment that this was just the blow of an SO was similarly damaging, and it didn't stop there. Our Field Marshal, when addressing overseas Pakistanis, furiously said that 1,500 terrorists think they can take Balochistan. We'll crush them. Not even your next 10 generations can take it from us. Yes, Balochistan is the jewel in our crown, but clearly there are more than 1,500 terrorists, and this is not as small an issue as they made it sound. Now they've taken over an entire city, Sorab, and yes, we will take it back. But once we do, we'll present it as a great victory. Our nation is emotional. We'll celebrate it like a triumph, just as we celebrated freeing the train. They even said the train operation should be taught in military academies, calling it a textbook mission. I'm shocked when I hear such things. Aren't we ashamed that there was such an intelligence failure? Dozens, if not hundreds, of terrorists came together, stopped a train, held it for more than a day, and over 100 people died before we freed it. Yet we boast of it as a success. Now they've taken over an entire city, and tomorrow, even if more people die once we reclaim it, we'll again label it a victory. I don't know what paradise we're living in, or what kind of illusion we're painting for people. It's an extremely horrifying situation. Moving on to the next story, this isn't just another story, it's another scam. You're being fooled again. The topic now is Bitcoin. Yes, Pakistan has announced that Bitcoin mining will be carried out domestically. Mining means that Bitcoin will be produced in Pakistan. Let's discuss this briefly, but remember, why is this being done? Is it even feasible? Or are we being fooled again? Bitcoin is a digital currency. You can't hold or touch it. It's like an email or text message, completely digital. To produce it, supercomputers must work continuously, solving complex puzzles, encoding, decoding. This requires a huge amount of electricity. For example, one Bitcoin takes approximately 350,000 electricity units to mine. That's right, 350,000 units per Bitcoin. In simple terms, it's like solving a digital puzzle, and when it's solved, a Bitcoin is created. You can then sell that Bitcoin in the international market. Bitcoin prices fluctuate. Sometimes it's worth thousands of dollars, sometimes less. Let's talk about where in the world Bitcoin is cheapest to mine based on electricity costs. Lebanon, $26. Iran, $532. Syria, $30. Ethiopia, $596. Sudan, $2,128. Libya, $260. Kyrgyzstan, $2,600. Angola, $3,724. Zimbabwe, around $4,000. Bhutan, $4,200. So the cheapest are Lebanon and Iran, especially Lebanon, which has good relations with the West and very low electricity costs. Now let's talk about Pakistan. In Pakistan, producing one Bitcoin costs about $55,000 to $70,000 due to high electricity rates, which are around 14 to 20 cents per unit. That's completely unviable compared to other countries. So while other nations can mine Bitcoin for hundreds of dollars, we're talking tens of thousands of dollars here. Despite this, now we're being sold another false dream. This new scam has been introduced under the name PCCC, or the Pakistan Crypto Council. An institute or forum has been created for cryptocurrency, in which Mr. Bilal bin Shoaib, a very close associate of Army Chief Field Marshal Asim Munir, has been appointed. Now, he is selling this idea globally, claiming that we will make Pakistan a hub for cryptocurrency. This is the same Pakistan where electricity is so expensive that we can't even afford to mention crypto. But remember, this is not the first time we've been fooled. When Field Marshal Sahib took over, he promised that the economy would be fixed in 1 year. Now it's been 3 years, and you can see the state of the economy yourself. Today's update. In the first 4 months of 2025, our exports have dropped by 17%. Yes, these are government-provided numbers, not mine. A 17% decline in exports in just 4 to 4.5 months. We were also told that $100 billion would come into the SIFC, the Special Investment Facilitation Council. 25 billion from Kuwait, 25 from Qatar, 25 from UAE, and 25 from Saudi Arabia. But so far, not a single penny of this investment has materialized. Even Azerbaijan had announced 12 billion, but each time they visit, nothing comes in. They also promised a green initiative to revolutionize agriculture by building 6 new canals. But today, India has cut more than 54,000 cusecs of water, and only around 400 cusecs is arriving. This means 2/3 of our original water flow has been blocked by India. Meanwhile, our farmers are left without adequate water for cultivation. Yet we remember how Mariam Nawaz and Field Marshal inaugurated the Green Initiative and took control of government and poor farmers' land under SIFC. That land was taken by the military and later leased out. I personally know people who have nothing to do with farming, but they got land leases, thousands to millions of acres, after bribing and partnering with military officers. Some even sold the leased land because they had no knowledge or intent of farming. So the Green Initiative became a channel for corruption. As a result, our agriculture has collapsed. At this moment, India is reporting the highest agricultural yield in its history, while our agricultural growth, which was 4.4% under Imran Khan, is now in negative figures. Ask any farmer and they will tell you the dire state of agriculture in Pakistan. Then there was the claim of attracting foreign investment. One example is Mr. Loser, the car wash guy, who allegedly chauffeured a general's wife and children around Europe. In return, he was introduced in Pakistan as a major investor. Upon landing, he declared he would bring investment worth 1,000 billion, not sure if rupees or dollars. But again, nothing came of it. This is how the public is repeatedly fooled every time with a new scheme. Now comes the latest scheme, cryptocurrency. At the very same time when the State Bank of Pakistan has declared crypto illegal, we have created a dedicated ministry for it. Bilal bin Saqib, who is very close to the army chief, has been appointed state minister and has declared in the US that we will provide electricity at 5 cents per unit for crypto mining. Even at 5 cents, Pakistan won't be among the cheapest countries for mining. But if crypto companies get electricity at 5 cents, while regular people pay 14 to 20 cents, that 10 to 15 cent difference will be borne by taxpayers. So if Pakistan starts crypto mining, aside from the inherent fraud risks, the biggest fraud will be that regular citizens will end up paying for its electricity. The burden of this electricity subsidy will fall on ordinary bill payers. So why are we being fooled again? It's a complex idea. Buzzwords like Bitcoin make it easier to fool people who don't fully understand it. Trump's son has a significant interest in this. We shared a Wall Street Journal report showing how 60% of shares in a company, possibly Liberty Financial, are owned by the Trump family. Some shares are also owned by the same Pakistani PCC group. This entire project seems designed to gain business leverage by staying close to Trump's family, especially ahead of the US elections. Just like SIFC and the agriculture project, this crypto scheme is unlikely to yield any public benefit, but it will incur a public cost, especially on electricity bills. Now they claim 2,000 megawatts of electricity will be dedicated to crypto mining. Do the math. How much will that cost in subsidies and electricity losses? Pakistan, a country already plagued with massive money laundering, will find it even easier to hide and transfer illicit wealth via crypto. This could be a perfect tool for money laundering by elite families, including the Sharif family and those close to the Field Marshal. Final update. In Islamabad, PTI-MNA Mr. Latif and a minority MPA were today handed long prison sentences related to the May 9th cases. The ATC, or Anti-Terrorism Court, sentenced 11 PTI leaders to 15 years and 14 months in prison for attacking a police station. The court stated if police stations are attacked, the country cannot survive. But it's being reported that the accused were not given a chance to be heard. Many were not even present in court today because it was supposed to be just a date for scheduling. One defendant had a wedding today. Only a few people were present. Yet Judge Sipra rushed through the decision, allegedly without due process. There are conflicting narratives. On one hand, the state says PTI attacked the GHQ, and on the other, they say a police station was attacked. How could both be true? The real question, why wasn't geofencing done for the other alleged incidents, like the burning of the Muslim League office, if it was done for the Corps Commander's house? The Peshawar Radio Pakistan incident is now widely believed even by political opponents like Aimal Wali Khan to have been carried out by military personnel, not PTI members. Yet no commission has been formed, despite Imran Khan repeatedly requesting it from jail. Our government waited months, hoping the court would create a commission, but they didn't. This failure is now hurting us. And sadly, on one side they call for national unity, while on the other side they hand out 15-year sentences to innocent PTI workers and assembly members. Field Marshal Sahib, meanwhile, is not planning for November 2025 or 2027, but until 2045. Yes, during a recent meeting with teachers, he delivered a 3-hour monologue outlining his vision for Pakistan till 2045. That's his ambition. I'm not spreading despair, but I doubt he'll remain in power for that long. Even another 2 to 5 years seems unlikely, but his intentions are clear. That wraps up our translation of Shahbaz Gill's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.